Hey guys, how's it going? Quarterman here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing a very new project that I'm working on. Well, old project, but new to me. So as you can probably tell from right behind me, I have a Mustang in my driveway. Well, I have the shell of a Mustang. This thing doesn't drive. But let me get into this, what the purpose of this is, and just kind of want to introduce you to this new project. So here you'll see the Mustang without an engine. As you can probably imagine, not going to be able to go very far or fast or really anywhere. But as you can see here, I have a 302, came out of an 89 Fox Body. And the whole top's going to be built, and we're also going to be testing the bottom end to make sure everything's good there before, of course, it goes in. However, going back to the car, you'll see there's a little bit of previous work that's been done by the owner. I'm taking out all of the old suspension, the old transmission, pretty much taking out the whole drive line and making it modern. However, this is going to be a longer project for sure. As you can see, there's a lot of surface rust, and usually surface rust means that there is probably more deeper rust. And I'll show you a couple examples of that, of things that'll have to be taken care of. So interior wise, I mean, it's not too bad considering that it's a 1966 car. Of course, there's been some animals and stuff living in here, but all of this, none of this is a big problem because all the carpet, the seats, dash pad, the door panels, everything's coming out. Glass is good and whole. Chrome's good where it should be. For those who don't know, the 66 Mustang actually has a complete, I don't actually know what the official name is, but essentially has a complete steering wheel. So that doesn't separate in the event of a crash. Obviously something that you do not want. So I'll be replacing that with a more modern setup. And kind of like my goals for this is, getting it driver ready. I said building up the engine to make sure that that's all buttoned up and just drive the piss out of this. So I'm not going for a drag car or anything like that. I wanted, basically a reliable driver that I can have some fun with. Now for the bad. So a couple of things right off I saw before I even purchased it is this taillight panel is dented. And if I slide over here to the grass, see I have a brand new one that needs to get welded in. And then I have some other parts as well. In fact, I have a whole bunch of parts. Some that can probably be used and some that maybe can't. But from what I've been told by a lot of different people, they say keep everything until you're completely done because you never know what is needed. So sliding over here, just kind of into frame here, I have a transmission option. I think this is a T5. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with this or not. It looks like it probably could just be, washed and cleaned up. And then, of course, the, rear end pieces, we have, the teeth look good. So probably could use that. Obviously needs to be washed up as well. Lots of parts washing, a lot of surface rust, so nothing that, nothing that makes it so that you can't use it. Now going into the actual trunk, we have some more surface rust, which you can see, but the actual trunk pan is in pretty good shape. If I come over here, I'm not sure how well the camera's gonna get it. That's actually just some debris, but you can see some pinholes, so clearly there's some rust forming there. So this is all gonna have to be taken down and, obviously looked at, and I can see right here that obviously something dented that at some point in life. Not sure what. Also not sure if I would mess with something like that just because it's inside of the trunk. I'm not going for a concours car. So if you are going to follow this project thinking that I'm going to make a concours car, you're going to be sadly let down. However, I am going to make it good and I'm going to make it modern. Got a little bit of rust kind of coming through here. Obviously you can see daylight, that's never a good thing. Biggest so far is that right there. Obviously a previous repair that went horribly wrong, because if I go ahead and slide the camera to the outside of the car, you will see how well it didn't go. So that's gonna obviously have to be repaired. And then overall, the underside of it is not bad. There is, of course, some rust in this. Actually, I don't think this is even structure. This just holds on the bumper. The actual frame rails and undersection, from what I can tell, look good. I'm actually going to be bringing it to have it looked at way more thoroughly. Got a pretty good price on this, so if I have to, do some work on it, I have no issues with that. But this will be my first time working on a car really at all, other than say like the M3, and I'm super excited for it. So I can quickly jump down here on the ground. I apologize for the wind. It's super windy today. And you can see the floorboards and everything. Everything is intact. The front section, everything is intact. Obviously, the exhaust's gonna have to be replaced because it's well, falling off and rusted to hell. Structure wise on the actual body, everything looks good. Ignore those marks as well as that misalignment because that panel is completely not installed properly right now. The moment of truth, if you will, which I'm not even sure I'm gonna be able to do without actually taking this stuff out, is to look at the floorboards. So I can get a peek at the transmission tunnel here maybe. This is all coming out, so if I rip it, it does not matter. Yep, that's insecure. You know, I mean, obviously this is not a scientific example. Actually, you know what, hold on. Live on camera, because I'm throwing this out. I can pull this out. I'm not trying to save this, so don't worry. And floorboards? All right. Not really sure what that hole is for, but maybe plug that. Floors look surprisingly good. And let me see if I can quickly get this one out. This one might be a little bit harder. Should probably take this trim piece off. So let me go ahead and do that and I'll be right back. All right, with the magic of editing, that piece is now out of the way. And a moment of truth here. Let's see if I can get, unfortunately I might not be able to see too much, but what I can see so far, I'd be more concerned maybe right here, but I'm not feeling any holes, so that's good. Like I said, I'm gonna do a way more thorough disassembly of this. I just kind of want to introduce you guys to it and kind of briefly explain where I've been. So I sold the GT4, which I mentioned at the beginning of the video. And then of course, I still have the Bronco. And I'll be making some videos on that pretty soon. I possibly have some more lights coming in. So we'll be doing some cool stuff with that. But yeah, so this is gonna be a new channel project, probably a long-term project. And if this is something that interested you, outside of the stuff that I do, then stick around. If it doesn't, I'll still be doing the Bronco content when I have the time and the resources and such. But yeah, this is kind of the direction I'm bringing the channel to some extent. But like I said, not a major change, just something that I'm working on and have some fun with it. And then also bring my family along for the ride, helping me and doing everything with it. So as always, I appreciate you guys checking out these videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.